Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about creating a menu item with split revenue. Basically, some of the amount will go to one category and another amount will go to a different category. This could be split between 2, 3, or even multiple other categories of revenue. For example, we could have some of the amount going to food and the other one to beverage. Or in this particular example, some of the amount will go to food revenue and the other will go into room hire. And here is his request. Can someone please explain how I can create a menu item with split revenue? This is for meetings and events where the revenue should be split into room hire and food revenue. And lower down, he also explains that he needs 5 packages in the amounts of 59, 69, 79, 89, and 99 euros or dollars, whichever currency you are using, where 40 of those dollars are allocated to food revenue and the rest is allocated to room hire. Also, there's another caveat where it should only show on one line on the check so the guests don't know how much goes to each split. That is an excellent question. Thank you very much for that. And this is kind of a complicated topic because we're going to be using combo meals. So just be ready for a bit of a longer video. And if you have a question or suggestion for a future video, please go ahead and leave it in the comments below. Or better yet, join our fantastic Facebook community where you can interact with myself and 100 others hospitality enthusiasts where you can get all the answers to your questions. It's open and free for everyone to join. And really quick, I wanted to remind you guys about our online learning platform. You can find training and support for Micro Symphony at simsupport.online. I'll leave a link to it in the description below and a coupon code as a special thank you. And with that, let's get back to the video. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at our major groups and family groups. I'm going to open up major groups here at the enterprise level from the configuration tab, and we're going to take a look at what I have. So I have food, liquor, beer, wine, and I do have miscellaneous. So we're definitely going to use food for the food portion, and I'm going to use miscellaneous for the room hire portion. So we're good on major groups. Let me take a look at family groups really quick. So all of these are related to food. I'm going to scroll down under miscellaneous. All I have is miscellaneous. So I'm going to add a new family group here, and I'm going to call this room hire. And this one will be linked to the miscellaneous major group, and it's just called room hire. I can just add a new family group because I'm not connected to a PMS like Opera, for example. But if you are, you might not want to add a new one of these. Or if you are adding, make sure you let the Opera team know as well, because they're going to take a look at this code and they're not going to know what it is. So try and use one that you have existing. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and close major groups and family groups. And next up, we're going to take a look at menu item classes. I'm also going to open them here at the enterprise level. And I'm going to take a look at my category here. Now, I do have a combo meal section. If you don't have it, just kind of put it underneath menu items in a little bit of space on its own. So I have my regular menu items in the 1000 range and my combo meals into the 1500 range. Now, I do have some combo meals programmed here, and they are for like a hamburger with fries and Coke. But what we're going to do is we're going to add brand new ones. So I am going to use a template for this one, but no worries if you don't have a template. I'm going to show you all of the settings that I have selected. So I'm going to select this, insert, and I'm going to send this item, use a template. And this one's going to be my event food. And I'm going to click OK. And now I added this. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. So these are the settings that I have. So this does have food tax for sales atomizer and discount atomizer. I have it as food, add service charge in case you need to add service charge to it. The print class itself, what we're going to have, we're not going to print this anywhere. So we're going to say guest check only because this will not go to the kitchen or anywhere like that. As far as options, these are my options: 7, 8, 12, 18, 26, 27, 30, 38. Scrolling down, 55 and 59. For condiment groups, it shouldn't request any condiments, but I do have in the allowed section, I have all mods and prefixes. I highly doubt you're going to add any mods to this, but anyway, I added it there just to be safe. And I'm going to go ahead and save this. Next up, we're also going to add our event room hire. So again, I'm going to use a template, event room hire, or you can call it event room rent or whatever matches your item here. You might also have, if you're in a hotel and you need to split the revenue between food and beverages, you might call it beverage package, or you might call it champagne package, or whatever you're offering. In this case, it's just going to be a room rent. So I'm going to click OK. It should have all of the same settings. And we have also the print class here is going to be check only and no condiments. The option bits are going to be the same. So now we have our two menu item classes. We can go ahead and close that up. Next up, we're going to go into menu item maintenance and we're going to add our new items. I'm going to click a quick search to populate my database. And I'm going to control F to search for combo. I should have a combo section here. So I do have combo meals, which is split within main items, sides, beverages. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look for a nice little spot here to add our items. So we need to add both the individual items and we're going to need to add the combo itself. So we have beverages here in the 1500. We could go to the 1600 potentially. 16,000. So this is where we're going to do star, star, star. So I'm using this just to add a header. So it looks the same. So I know in my area there. And I'm going to say event combos. So this is going to be my header. Now I have it here. And I'm going to use one of these items. So I can probably use just the chicken sandwich. Add. And I'm going to add it just below this. So it's going to be 16,001. So I'm going to change the number here. 16,001. And this is going to be event food. And for the price, we know this is going to be $40 since the portion of the food was 40. And we're not going to add a new one. So now we have event food, food entree. Now, if you want to create a new family group for this, you can as well. You can have event food or something else like that. When we added the other family group, you can add a new one. For me, I think this one's going to be just fine. So let's take a look at the definition record really quick. Now, for the menu item class, we're going to use the one that we just created. Scroll down. So this is going to be event food. And then everything else looks correct. So the main level, everything's selected here. Everything's selected on the sub level. We can choose to put it on a screen lookup, or usually for combo meals, you can also hard code them on the screen. That's up to you. If you want to create a new screen lookup, you can do that. For price record, this is priced at $40 and everything is good. We can go ahead and save. Since we only have one event food, I'm just going to add the one. If you have multiple types of foods, then you will want to add multiple items here. Next up, we're going to add also our room hire. So we're going to copy the same record, go ahead and click insert, and it is add master record from template, just same as before. It can go just below it, or you can leave a little bit of space in case you need to add more food items. So I could go 16,050. So I have a little bit of space underneath it. And this one's going to be room hire, and I can say 19. So remember, our amounts for the total packages were 59, 69, 79, 89, and 99. So $40 comes from the food and the $19 will come from the room hire. So I need to add one for 19, another one for 29, and so on. I can enter this here, 19. Not that it's going to use this price, is actually not going to use it. You'll see what I mean when we create our combos, but I can add it there just in case. So we're going to add the first one. I'm going to answer no. And I need to make this a perfect template. So this one's going to be a miscellaneous major group. And then for family group, this is going to be room hire. And for reporting group, I'm going to add number 7 since it is the category 7. Now, these will be different for you. Just check in with your different drop downs that you have. This is just how mine are at the moment. I can go ahead and save. I'm going to go to the definition record again. And this is going to be the next item that we did, event room hire. And then everything else will be the same. The price will be 19. So now we have a perfect template. We can go ahead and save, and we need to add the other one. So we need 19, 29, 39, and so on. Have our template selected, insert, and then again, we're adding a master record with template, and that one's also going to be room hire. I can copy that. So this one's going to be 29, price that 29. Okay. Yes, I can add another one. 39, 39, yes, and then 49, 49, and finally we have 59. And okay, and that's it. So these are my different other room hires. Now, again, if you are in a hotel scenario and you have beverages, then this might be a bottle of champagne and some food appetizer. So whatever food items that you're going to serve with whatever champagne and everything else that you're going to serve, you can add them here with the different amounts that they have. Now I added the price here. The guests are actually not going to see this. I'm not going to print that at all. I just adding the price just so I know what is what and just to keep track of them in the database. And of course, it's good for reporting purposes. So next up, we also need to add the combo meals themselves. So these are the combo meal components, but just as with every other combo meal, you also have a header or the combo meal master. So for that, we're going to go back to menu item classes and we need to double check if we have a combo meal menu item class. And I do have one. I can go ahead and use this one. If you don't have one, then I can show you exactly how mine is set up. So you can set up yours as well. So food tax, food item, for sales itemizer and discount itemizer. This is not related to reporting. Remember what we're after here is reporting. This is only for items such as applying discounts to it and things like that. And this one also prints on the expo. I'm going to tell it to print on the guest check only, since this is not going to go to the kitchen. If it does go to the kitchen and they need to cook something, or if it needs to go to the bar, you can go ahead and send it to whichever printer you need to. For the option bits, I have 7, 8, 12, 18, 26, 27, 30, 38, 55, and 59, and no require condiments. I do have some allow condiments here. I just have brackets for all of the condiments allowed. If you do have food items, then you need to add condiments to them. Then make sure to allow whichever condiments you need. And I'm going to go ahead and save. So you're going to need a menu item class for one bracket, a menu item class for the other bracket, and then one for the combo meal itself. Now, because I had menu item maintenance opened already, it's not going to see that new menu item class. So I'm going to close it and reopen it. Search, find my combo meals again. And here we have our event combo. Then we can add our new combo. I do have this combo section here. If you don't have one, you can add one, or you can just add it with the rest. Just leave a little bit of room. Click insert. And let's see. So I have 16,001 through 60,050. Why don't we do 16,100 to leave it? Now, this is going to be the menu item that will actually print on the check. So you need to be careful how you name this one. I'm just going to call it in a event package, and you could call it event package 1, event package normal or extra, or whatever your packages are called on your menu item. For me, I'm just going to call it event package and $59. So when we create the event packages, I just need to know which is which. So the first one is going to be for $59, and then I'm going to click OK. So that was added. Now, keep in mind the price that I added here is only $40. And this is because the main item here is going to be $40 coming from the food. The rest will come from these other modifiers. So that's why I'm not actually pricing it at $59. So you need to price this at whatever the base price of your main item will be, or your first item will be. So I'm going to say no to this. Going to check on here. So this one will stay as food and entree. And then for the definition record, we just need to give it that new combo item, menu item class that we created. And this is also available in everything. Now, again, I can show you how to hard code these, and I can also show you how to add the slews. We can decide that later. And I left it at $40 because that's how much of it goes to food. So now that I have a perfect template, I need to add another one for 69, 79, 89, and 99. So I'm going to do the same, copy this one, event package 69. And again, this one will also stay at $40. I'm not increasing the price here. So now we have all our event packages, 59, 69. And again, you can name these exactly how you have them in your menu. And their definition is that combo item we created. And for the price, it's just the base price. So now that we have our menu items, it's time to create the combos themselves. So we're going to go back to the homepage, and the first thing we're going to create is going to be our combo meal groups. Opening up combo meal groups, I already have a couple of items here. Now we could do this in two ways. We could potentially group all the room hires under one bracket and then have the multiple items here, like we would do with a regular combo meal if we have like a cheeseburger combo with fries or different sides, and then we have another beverage bracket. But I think that's going to be a little bit more confusing. I think the best way will be to just add them individually and have individual buttons for each one. So I'm going to insert a new record. I'm going to leave a little bit of space here. So I'm going to go in the 1500 section. Now I am going to use a template, but there's not a lot of stuff here, and I'll show you all the settings that I have. If this is blank for you, then just add a new record normally. So the first one that we need to add, remember, we need to add a combo meal group for each of our menu items. So we need to have for all of these. So the first one is going to be for event food. So we have our first combo meal here. So in the general section, now you can allow or not allow discounts. I'm going to choose allow for mine. Now in the items, it did copy that cheeseburger, so I'll have to remove that. And we need to add an item. And the primary item for my event food will be the same menu item we have here. So 16,001. So you're going to click add and you have an empty bracket, primary menu select. And we can actually use this search 16,001. And then I'm going to have my event food here, going to select it, and nothing in the price, because this is the item, the main item that will be priced from the main combo meal. I'm not going to add any price here. The next one, we're going to do room hire, $19. So we're going to do insert again, and I'll show you how we would do one without a template. Actually, it's probably better to do without a template so it doesn't copy the menu item. And then we're going to do room hire $19, and it can go right after this position at 15,001, or we could leave a little bit of space, 15,050, just in case in the future we have more event food ones. So we're going to do okay. And now the general, again, you can either allow discounts or not allow. Combo meal add. So we're going to add a combo group item here. And then this one is, if I'm not mistaken, 16,050. So here we're going to do select. Now you can search through this list, or you can search it by name. I do like to search by object number. I think is a little bit quicker. So I just entered here 16,050, the room hire for $19. And then here in the price, I'm going to add a price, and I'm going to set it here at $19. So what this going to do is it's going to take this menu item and it's going to add it to the combo meal itself. So when we create that one, we have $40 from the food and then 19 from here. Now, this will automatically, we don't need to add a price here again, because the combo package itself is priced at $40. So we don't need to add it in the combo group. So insert a new one. I can use a template for this one. So we need to do 29, the same thing we did with the menu items, and price it at 29. And for the general tab, again, we just have the allow discounts there. And then this is for the price. Go ahead and save, add a new one, and then 39, save, 49. Now for these, we will have to select the correct menu item here. So this one, 29, 39, primary menu item, 39, this one, 49, prime menu item, 49, and then the prices are 39, 49, double checking everything, $19 with the combo main item is $19 and the price is $19. Room hire 29, the main menu is the same as here, so this is correct. Price 29, 39, the primary menu item is this and this, and room hire 49, primary item 49, and then last but not least we have room hire 59, and with the primary item 59 and priced at 59. And now that we have all of our combo meal groups configured with our main event food item and all of our room hires, we also need to add the packages themselves. Now, what's going to happen is each package will be composed of the event food plus a room hire, event food plus a room hire, event food plus a room hire. And where we're going to do that is in combo meals. So under the configuration tab, we're going to open up combo meals. And again, I have a couple of meals here. So we're going to add our combo meal here. I'm going to click insert. For the record number, I'm going to send it to record number 1500. I'm not going to use a template. This is going to be my event package, $59. And then I'm going to click OK. Open this up. And now we have a name for the menu item master. Remember, we're going to select the menu item master from here, 16,100. So we're going to click select. I'm going to use the number search again because it's quicker. Event package 59. So we added this one. I'm going to click OK. You don't have to worry about priority and auto combo recognition because we're not going to do any auto combo. Disable auto combo. You don't have to do that. It's priced. Now, this is an important one for the second piece that he mentioned where he wants all of the items to be added on one line. So I need to check this box that says add side prices to meal price. So because he didn't want the guests to see that is comprised of food package this much and room hire this much, I'm going to check this box and I'm only going to print the combo meal and the guest check and not the components themselves. That way the guest will only see the total, but on the back end, we will have detailed reporting. So if you want them to see the two packages separate, how much it comes from food, how much from beverage, how much from room rent or anything like that, then don't check option bit number 4. If you wanted to see one big total, then check option bit number 4. And we're going to leave everything else the way it is. Yes. Okay. We can go ahead and save this. And we need to add the primary item first. So here in the combo group, we need to tell it what it's made of. So this one will be made of event food primarily. So this is the primary item. And then also it's going to be made of one room hire 19. So basically this is where it all ties together, where you have your event package made of 2 menu items. So reporting will go $40 to this one and then $19 to the other one. And if you have beverages here, it would work exactly the same. So we have our event package 59 here. We're going to add our event package 69. We can actually copy this just to make it a little bit quicker. Okay. And then for the main menu item master, we need to select the other one. Okay. Option bit 4 should stay selected. The only difference would be is that this room hire, instead of being 19, it is 29. Save. And then we need to add all the other ones. So this one will be 69 with the package of 39. So again, it's made 40 from this one and 39 from this one. So this is event package 79 and select 79. So 40, 39, 79. Next up, it's going to be event package 89. And again, we're going to link the master to 89 and also for room hire. So 40 from this one, 49 from this one. That will give us the 89. And finally, 99. Okay. Link it to the correct master. And then this one. And then save. So that concludes everything that we had to do in menu item, the combo meal groups, menu item maintenance, and combo meals themselves. Now we have to decide how we're going to place them on the screen. I can show you kind of how I have my other combo meals because they are hard-coded on there. I feel like we use slews all the time and slews are easy to use. So the way I have my combo menu here is these, you see, these are individual buttons. They are hard-coded on here. Even the sides are hard-coded. And this at the bottom is the screen lookup. So because these meals also allow switching between fries, medium and large, and Coke medium and large, and you can increase the size of the meal, you can combo and uncombo, like that's why there's a lot more buttons here. But because we're not going to do that, we're just going to add, like simple basic menu items. I'll show you how to hardcode them. So I'll just show you how to do a slew as well. So you have both situations. So what we can do is we can either add another one of these navigation bars. So if you click the navigation bar here at the top in page design, you can add a navigation bar item, which will add another item here. Or if you click one of these tab items here on the side, like I have my mods here, I can actually add it in one of these. It doesn't really matter where you added. So this one is going to be events. I'm just going to call it events because I don't want to mess with my top navigation area. I just added a blank screen here with events. Now, the best way to do this is to copy an existing button. So I'm going to right click, copy, and then just paste it in here. And that, made my button. It already has a lot of the attributes, but if you want to add it from the very beginning, I can show you how to do that as well. So you just right click, add button. We can make it like that. So for the type, it's going to be menu item. And then here, we're going to click and add our combo meals. So they were at 16,100. So this is our first event package. So I selected the menu item that it needs to be. I can click generate legend, which will copy this. And then you can also change the color and the font. So the font is kind of small and I can change this. I can make it maybe a 30. That will look better. And also we can change the style. We can make it a nice lime color. And hard coding buttons will be easier to make them in different colors, different sizes, different shapes, whatever you like. And now that we have one, we can copy and paste it. And we can choose the next event package, so the 69, and generate legend again, which will populate the name as well. And then you can actually copy 2 of these at a time, paste 2 at a time. So this is event package 79 and 89. Right, so generate legend on this one, generate legend on this one. When they're hard-coded, you do have to worry about the names themselves. When they're slews, they just take on the slew name from that section. So 89, and this one will be the last one is 99. And generate legend. Now you can change the colors, so they're slightly different from one another. If that's helpful, maybe you have like a gold package, a emerald package, silver package, then you can just set whichever color they belong to. And that might help finding the different menu items. Now, since I have a little bit of space here, what I can do is I can space it quite nicely. So I made a small little gap. Now that's not going to fit perfectly, but we could possibly extend it slightly so it takes up the whole space. This you can choose to arrange yourself the way you want to. So this is how it would look hard-coded. But we can also add it on a screen lookup. So to put it on a screen lookup, we can go to the definition record and we need to add a screen lookup here in our SLUs. Now, if you don't have one, like me, I don't really have like an events screen. So what we need to do is first we need to add a screen lookup. So we're going to go to descriptors and we're going to take a look at screen lookups. And this is going to be a screen lookup for menu items. So I'm going to select this. And these are the different slews I have. I can probably add it somewhere here. Let's see where we have domestic beer, glass of wines. I'm not going to go amongst food and stuff. I'm just going to go climb down. So we have package apps, package drinks. Sure, we'll go here. Event packages. Now, if we're going to go to this and go to that particular slew number, you see it's not here. And that's because this module was open and it didn't acknowledge that change. So we have to do a quick refresh. So now if we go back down, we should be able to see it. Now here's a little nice trick that I like to use. So if I want to copy that particular item to everybody else, what you do is you select the field where you're at. So I'm on event packages and hit F3 on your keyboard. That's basically copy in EMC, and then you hit F4, 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 F4. So it's like copy paste. You don't actually have to click through it. It just goes down one by one. So F3 for copy, F4 for paste. So now they're all on that slew. And also page design doesn't know about that slew. So we're going to have to close it and reopen it. So we're going to go back to page design, open up our transaction screen, move to 16 to 9, combo section. And remember, I had mine in the events. Now, again, if you want to copy an existing slew, that's the best way to do it. So I'm going to choose the appetizer one, just copy it, and then you can just paste it in here and then make it a little bit smaller so you can actually see where everything goes. You can add a slew manually by going here in other sales slew, and then you can just change the color and everything that you want. Now for the value here, we're going to choose the new slew that we created. So this is our events package. So obviously you're going to see it up here, but you're going to see it down here as well. I want to show you both ways and you choose whichever one you prefer. And for the layout, this is a 6x6. We don't need it to be that much. So we're going to do it 2x5. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the 5 packages will appear here. For the sort type, there's auto paging keys in case you have a lot in the future. You can increase this grid if you have a lot of them. Alphanumeric, so you have either numeric or alphanumeric. And use slew priority. The font size is already set at 22. If you want to change the style of the slew, if you're adding it manually, you can change it from here, the button and everything else. And that's it. We can go ahead and save. And we are done with everything. The last thing we need to do is go ahead and close up everything, and let's go to the workstation and test it out. And here we are at the workstation. I'm going to click a quick update. Please note that I had to drop the database data store and check posting DB on this workstation because this is a CAPS workstation, because I added that new family group. If you don't know what that means, dropping the database and stuff like that, just don't bother adding a new major group or family group. Just use the existing ones. But know that they're not going to show up in reporting properly if you don't drop the databases. But anyway, I'm going to click a quick update and we're going to sign in and run a quick test. So I'm going to begin a fast transaction. So remember, we added our stuff here in the events. And I can show you really quick in my employee report. Let me run a report. Everything's on 0. And if we run a transaction, and I'm going to ring up my event package. So what happened is the event food, the package itself was $40, and then this room hire added another 19. So now the total is 59. Because we enabled that option bit number 4 in the combo meals, now we see one big total instead of seeing 2 separate ones. And now we can go ahead and print. And now I'm going to minimize this application, and we can take a look at how the item looks. So what we got here, this is the latest print. So we got event package $59 with event food and then room hire 19. So from what I understood from the request, he doesn't want to see either of these on the guest check, and he just wants to see the total package here for $59. So let's go back to EMC and I'll show you how to remove these from the guest check. So we're back in EMC and we're going to open up menu item maintenance. Now we can stop those 2 menu items from printing in 2 ways. We can actually remove them either from the menu item class or from the menu item itself. I'll show you both ways and you decide whichever one you want to use. So we can take a look at here where we have event food. So this is the menu item class for the food item. So if we don't want any of those, what we can do is we can say printing none. And then also for the room hire, we can also say printing none. And then we can go ahead and save. Alternatively, in the menu items, if we do find the different items that we don't want to print, if you want to do it item by item, not by the whole category, all you have to do is go to the definition record for that item. And here you have print class override. You can set it not to print anywhere. You'll actually have to create a class that doesn't print anywhere. So if you want to create a new class here in the printing, you can add one. Let's say record number 200. You can say none. So it doesn't print anywhere. And none of the checkboxes are here. So if you go back here and refresh it, and we're back here in the definition section. So print class override, you can select your new none from here, and you can do it menu item by menu item. If you do it from the menu item classes, it should already have one where it doesn't print anywhere. So let's go back to the workstation and test this out. So we'll run a quick update, sign in, start a new transaction. And let's ring up a $69 one this time. So it's food, room hire. We still see them here, but we should not see them on the guest check. So if I minimize this, and we'll only see event package $69. So if you don't know what this is, what I have here, this is what we call a journal. So I set up a printer that besides printing to the regular workstation, it also prints in the journal. So this is what this is. It just shows a journal with what the printer would look like, so I can actually record it and show it to you on the screen. Now, we do have this event package here for $69, but we do have another issue where we see food at the bottom and then miscellaneous. So we have a breakdown. This is the breakdown that appears at the end of the menu items. So let's go ahead and fix that. We're going to go back to EMC. So the way we're going to fix that is we're going to change our tender media. So we're going to open up tender media, and the one that we want to change is basically the tender medias that we use. In our case is print check. So in the print check option bits here, we're going to go to option, printing options, and then we have print sales itemizers. So you can select this to print sales itemizer line by line, where if we uncheck this, and also we'll probably want to uncheck it maybe for cash, although the cash receipts you are going to keep yourself. So I'm not sure if you only want to uncheck it for print check or if you want to uncheck it for everything else, like for the credit card ones or for cash. If you're going to give your customer the cash receipt, then you'll want to uncheck it from cash as well. If you just give them a print check, the way you would do it in like a sit-down restaurant, then you uncheck it only from here. So let's go back and test it. Quick update as always. Sign in, begin another tax transaction. Let's ring up a $79 package this time. So it's a $40 food and a $30 room hire. Print the check. And let's take a look at the journal again to see what a customer would see. So we would see check number, event package $79 for $79, subtotal 79, there's some tax here, and a total due. Thank you for dining with us. So this would be the way I think it was requested, where you only see one package and everything else on the, like the guest would not know what this is comprised of. They would just see this event package and go ahead and pay for it. Now, next, let's take a look at how it reports. So we're back at the workstation here, and I'm going to sign in. And the first thing that I'm going to do is actually increment my shift, because I've done a bunch of testing. There's like stuff all over the place. So there's a reset my shift button here. It's just a shift increment. And now we're starting with the blank slate again. So we're going to go into the employee report, run the report. Everything's back to 0. We're going to begin a transaction, go to my events, ring up one of these packages, which we know on the check it prints correctly. I'm going to go ahead and close it up to cash. And then I'm going to run my employee report. Going to go ahead and click run. Give it a second for it to register. So now if we take a look at our itemizers here, so we have food for $40 and then we have room hire for $19. So this is the miscellaneous group. This is the food group. So this is our entree for $40, room hire $19. So this is exactly what we needed for the revenue to be split. For the final part, I also want to show you one more thing in a situation where you would want the customers to see details regarding at what they're buying. So you would want a breakdown, or maybe you have a combo meal made up of 3 different items. What we're going to do is we're going to change the way we price everything. So remember the room hire here, we did have it as a priced item at $19, but the event food was not priced. So we can add this here and then we can price this one. In this situation, we're going to add the price here for $14, $40 for this one, $19 for this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to menu item maintenance and open up our combo meals again. And then in the combo meals, the event package, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the price from them. So here we're going to go to price records, and all of these items will be priced at 0. And then I'm going to make them all like this. Right? So now the event package is $0 and it will be made up of the $40 from the event food and the $19, $29, etc., from the other ones. So since we're doing this, we will want now for the items to print on the check. So we're going to go back to our event food and add a print class for it. So we're gonna do guest check only because we do want the guests to see what's on that check. Save this. Now you could also make it where it appears all in one, and we have to work again with that option bit number 4. So we could say add size prices to the meal itself, where they add up together, or you could have it separately. So for the $59 one, I'll keep them separate, and for the other ones, I'll keep it together, and you'll see how they look. Let's go ahead and go back to the workstation and run a quick test. So here we are at the workstation. I'm going to click a quick update. As always, we're going to sign in, begin a fast transaction here. So now for my events package, you would have a $59 events package where the food cost $40 and the room hire cost $19. So this is how the customers would see as a breakdown. Or you could ring it up and this would appear again as the other one where the total would be combined. But when we go ahead and print it, I'm gonna go ahead and minimize this. So now you can see it either like this, where the customer says, okay, so it's a $59 event package made of event food and room for hire for 19, or they could see it together all in one, but they actually see the details on the bottom as opposed to just seeing this with nothing else. So depending on how you need it to show it, sometimes you do need the guests to see what they're paying for. Sometimes you don't. And that's how we control all of this. So that's it for this video. I hope you find it very helpful. It's been kind of a long one and kind of complicated to program, but that is what it is with combo meals. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.